lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I my loaded, said I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I my loaded, said I lost my love.
I have to say, welcome to another episode of the LANCESCURV show. This morning, it is divine. This is a divine connection. I got up and sat down by my equipment, and I sat there and I summoned up an energy. And I got a call from, and you're going to be surprised right now, I didn't put it in the title, Sister Keisha. She said, I have some information to share. I said, let me share some of my content with the restroom, and I'll be right back. And here we are. And it's a brilliant topic, and it's divine. And like I said, if you don't know Keisha, you're going to love her after this. And for those who know, buckle your seatbelts. I give you the floor, Sister Keisha. I want you to share what you told me, because that little peek that you gave me is phenomenal. And I want to welcome everybody in. Thank you. But go ahead, sister. Come on, let's rap. Talk to me.
I heard some gurgling, but can you still hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Let's get a sound check for the room. Make sure, but keep on going. We got 70 people right here already that quick listening to you. There's going to be more.
Okay. All right, this is what I want to talk about. A couple of days ago, out on the news, it was talking about son on lockdown or whatnot. Y'all can Google it, look it up or whatnot. It came out on Washington Post and Daily Mail. It like came to my phone or whatnot. But you can't, how you gonna lock down a sun, but then y'all said he's spraying the sky with all this crazy stuff, like, and like I was talking about the last time I was on the show about them trying to break the ferment. So today I get up and look at the I was on YouTube, and then I was like, it was like three things that came, and it was all three of them was about this rocket called ESAL, Atlas, and whatnot. I know a few months ago, I was talking to this lady about a comet and whatnot that was supposed to be coming in March. The comet is called Atlas, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is this another one of y'all tricks, another one of y'all illusions that y'all trying to pull off? Oh, it's going to be a comet in the sky. But why would you name that missile Atlas and then tell us we have a comet called Atlas coming at the same time? You know,
wow.
My thing is, I do believe that they want to break the firmament of the earth. And my thing is, you have to put the sun on lockdown so you can give us a reason to, you know, believe that, oh, that's just what's going on. Because what you gonna tell us? It's supposed to be cloudy all summer. We don't get a summer. You have to make an excuse for that bullshit.
Right.
You just can't be coming with no any old thing. So my thing is, with that, it's like with us black people, we shouldn't even be worried about none of that at all, because yeah, they wrote that Bible, they wrote that book, talking about we put a firmament to separate the above waters from the below waters. We don't know if there's water up there, and how we know when we got down here and however we got here to get on our little punishment for whatever we did or whatever. I kind of believe that or whatnot, but we don't know if that's to protect them. That's probably to protect their ass, because I do believe there's radiation up there. We can take it. We can take it. We made it there. They talking about we have to take all these herbs, these vitamins and minerals. We get everything that we need from that sun. And one thing they won't be able to do is like mess us around too much with that if we all go back home, because you can feel that sun knocking like, come back, come back, come back. I feel like that is our portal to God. Like how like the ancient chemists was, how they used to watch it and feed off of it or put their food in it to like sure they like blessings or whatnot with the sun. We don't do that. We don't do none of the things that we supposed to naturally do when it come down to anything. And the further we go away, the worse off we get. And it's not that we gonna lose our health. We losing our fucking mind. We lost it. And it's like they don't really want. That's why I call. Like I need to get the information out, because you don't know how long this YouTube or any of this stuff gonna last. They don't want us talking.
Let me tell you, sister. Sorry to interject, but I want to tell you there's a major YouTube channel, because I have to absorb things from across the spectrum of what's out there, especially when it comes to monitoring the enemy. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's one that I would say is pretty fair. It's a channel called London Real. Now, it's a white man who hosts and interviews different people. He allows them to talk, and it's not where he has one type. He lets people talk. And for that, I say, okay, I will listen to what these people have to say. And it has broadened my perspective on so many different levels. So people say, well, he's white man, you have to reject it. Listen, I like to overhear conversations, right? And a lot of times in the Walmart checkout line, you overhear the enemy talking about something, and it may be something you can use. You see?
Exactly.
So this is war, so we must have strategy. But here's a white man with over 2 million subscribers to his channel. He got up on YouTube yesterday. I just want to let you know that our time on this platform may not be too long. I was on YouTube or speaking to YouTube representatives for about an hour, and it doesn't seem like it's going to go on that much longer. Don't be surprised if this content that I've had for so many years is going to be removed any day now. So I'm like, wait a second. You got a white dude talking like this. Now, they just don't come after truth-telling channels that are African, black, melanated, original people. They don't just do that. They coming after some other ones too. And one who is so huge that is making YouTube money. Now they do share, I would say 85% some hard hitting truth that the so-called, I didn't call them this, but the so-called elite won't like, right? So for them to go after him, dang.
It gotta be something to that, because I mean on the whole, like the grand scheme of things, we don't like really listen to white people anyways, but we can get messages through them. Yeah.
No, I listen to my intuition, my insight, my inspired self. But I compare and look around and see the terrain of what people are speaking on. I look deep into it. So like I said, as a fighter, you must know how to fight every style. As a fighter, you must come to the ring knowing how to fight in every style. Even if you haven't mastered it, you must have a whole range of weaponry to fight the enemy. You just can't come one way. There's no way you're going to drive from New York to California in first gear if it's a manual. You're going to shift gears. You're going to get on your toes sometime. You're going to slug. You're going to get on the ropes. You're going to know how to kill the round, jab, dance, do whatever you have to do. So this is why I soak in with a filter now many sources of information and see if it's something that I can get good out of it. I take the good and leave the bad, but if they're shutting them down, like I said, they pretty much going to make it a Disney thing, a lily white, whatever. And you bet they're going to come after us. And they've been coming after me. So like I say, it may be any day now for me, but I'm going to forge forward and I won't be stopped. But you're right. They want to keep it where we're limited, and they're going to shut channels down. So like you said, while we have it, any other channel too, I won't even be on an ego tip and say, oh, it's all about LANCESCURV. Any information that you have out here, please physically download it to your computer or your device. Don't take it for granted that it's going to be there.
Right.
See? But go ahead, sister. This is your show. Talk to me.
Yeah. And I mean, and I can roll with that too, off the simple fact, like, they really don't want us knowing what's going on or being like thinking ahead, a step ahead of them. And my thing is with us black people, like, we should not be scared of this, because when it come down to that sun, that's the most powerful thing on this planet that we got. And that's the most original thing we got left. Because everything else, I don't believe is real. They messed up everything. Like, even when you look at like the trees, they all like plotted, like they was put there. They don't look like they was grown like naturally in the way that they was. Like, they all in like a straight road going down the street or whatnot. So I think as black people, we start paying more attention to that sun in the sky. And it's just like, I look at the sun out my right eye and it like dims it a little bit. But that eye actually gives me power, and it gives us power to look at the sky, because you can't just look at the sky. It's going to look too white to you, but you can kind of see like some deception there. I don't know, when the Most High gave us this physical body to sit up here and endure all this crazy stuff, he gave us cheat codes too. You know, that's a cheat code. That's a cheat code. And my thing is, I would think that they would be trying to shut down a whole lot of stuff, like phones and everything too, eventually, just to break the connection. Because that's the worst thing that they can do to us. They've been doing it to us for a long time. And it's like, it's going to take the people that's in these certain areas. You're going to have to delegate yourself to calm your people down. And you got to lead the pasture. Because if people can't go nowhere to like the TV or the internet for somebody else to tell them what to do, they're going to lose it. They're going to be panicking. And I mean, yeah, I cuss, I be loud in the motherfucker too, but
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can't be out here
some
talking
of us
about
like spicy food. We don't want no bland food sometimes. Some of us are not going to eat.
We don't even eat
right.
that.
Exactly. Put it this way. I'm plant-based right now, right? But in the days that I ate chicken, I ate a lot of chicken. I ate a lot of chicken. But I never ate no white people chicken because they didn't have no seasoning on it. I don't want nothing bland. Some of us don't communicate and receive the message unless there's a little spice on it. You know what I mean? Your words are not spoken with any venom. It's with love.
Exactly.
You know, and here's another thing. If there's too much hot sauce on the food that she's giving you, scrape that bad boy off and take a bite. Go ahead, sister.
You might need some hot sauce. What they say? Somebody having a heart attack, you get their ass some cayenne pepper. Right. They go, you need the heat to wake your ass back up. But really, when it comes down to it, though, it's like people out here with no direction, with somebody actually telling them what to think and how to think, because a lot of us are out here still like that. People gonna be losing their fucking shit. I mean, you gonna have to cuss their ass out. That's the only way we listen anyways, you know?
Exactly.
That's the only way we listen. I was like, yeah, you're this little wild bitch, whatever. But my thing is, we just get back to nature, get back to that sun. We have to actually feed on that sun. Sun gaze, not out of both of them, but one of them. That's how I get a lot of like my information when stuff like something can cross my mind or something can pop up on the phone or something somebody say, like how you was just saying, like even in the grocery store or crossing over to the white platforms, looking at them, that stuff will jump out at you. Like you can't do nothing about it. You can stay 2 steps ahead of them like that.
That's right.
Whatever they think they doing, for them to actually think that they strong enough to actually think they got some real power here, why do you have to trick us and poison us and dumb us down and keep us busy to the point we just can't sit back and realize, like, hold on, you know?
Exactly.
Y'all cheating. Y'all cheating. But
they always have been. They always been doing stuff to us. They love our power when they can use it for their benefit, but when they can't, they don't want us to use our own power on a mental, physical, and especially a spiritual level. And what many of us don't understand is that they've tapped into our spiritual energy via the so-called practices that we used to do that they tell us is bad. And they're studying us, looking at us like, oh, if he wakes up. It's almost like when you see that pit bull behind the fence and you look at him, you say, oh, I hope that fence never opens up because he'll get me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they know, and they still have that fear in them, like, oh, he's powerful. You can even hear the way they say, here I am, 57 years old. I ain't been in the gym since 1985. 35 years. Hey, guy, I hate to run up against you in a dark alley. What are you seeing when you see me?
Yes,
not just the physical.
They do say stuff like that.
Yo, they see that spiritual power, the intensity. I'm not what I used to be when I was 20 years old, but they see that intensity, and that's what they don't want you to tap into. They want you looking outward. They don't want you with no intuition, no insight, no instinct. In. The power is in. The power is not out. They fooled us in Christianity. Look up at the sky, but we're not looking in. When they see a quiet brother or sister meditating to themselves, excavating the power and growing the seeds of greatness from within, they get scared. Hey, guy, you're kind of quiet. You want to come out to the titty bar with us? Or you want to hang out and come by and watch the football game? Because they sense that power. When they know you, oh, he's just a womanizer, he's a wino, we don't give a damn about him. But when you have something going on the inside, they want to know so they can go and break your plans and destroy what's coming to get them. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry.
Because that's exactly true. That's just like me being at work. Like I just started being around like Caucasians like 4 years ago, really. And it's like I really wasn't talking to them. I'm like, hold on, let me feel them out first, because I don't, play around there. So it's like They like to, okay, are you married? Asking all these questions, like, why are you, like, and it's like in a system where they trying to figure you out. Like, I don't need you trying to figure me out. And it's like the people that don't open up to them, they will get rid of your ass so quick. They don't want you walking around them, not opening up to them, not saying hi, not speaking, not sharing your life with them.
That's right.
They don't want that. They get real intimidated by somebody that speaks up for themselves too.
Of course.
They really don't like that. But this stuff, they steady throwing these illusions out at us. I mean, I just hope we like stay ready and just know it's some bullshit. Like, they don't go to the TV, don't go to sciences and none of that stuff to let you know that this is to confirm nothing. Confirm it in yourself. If they feel like it's some bullshit, it's some bullshit, you know? They're just like a lot of our women. It's like, I do cheating. I know he cheating. We don't know he cheating, but I felt like it. Use that same thing. Use that same power you got to find out if he's doing this or that. Use that with this too. That's a power right there.
Wow.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10 we'd be right about that. And the other 1%, he lied to you probably, and then made you believe him and not yourself. But I'm just putting it in the perspective that we use every day. So that's why I use that example. You know? Exactly.
Oh, listen, you ain't got to. You don't have to narrate how you talk. We know how you talk. We talk natural. We jump around. We say things. Like I said, we don't. I made the comment yesterday that in a discussion yesterday when we were doing the show with the products and our sister who's bringing a child into this world in October, Brother Quaker was doing it. But to the side, we were speaking about this European language, this English or anything they speak. Yeah. When we speak it and we are trained to fit into it, it's like a verbal straitjacket. Tell me this. When you first heard brothers and sisters from the motherland, or whether they weren't from the motherland, but they were somewhere where they had their own language and they spoke it. As a child, almost with me, I was not scared, but shocked because I was on alert. I was like, wait a second, let me hear what they're saying. Not just because of the words that were foreign to my ear at the time, but because of the passion in which they spoke. Because if it was a European conversation and they spoke with that power and passion, I would think a fight was about to break out. So this proves that we don't belong in that limited English language, because when I would hear them, and I'm not making fun of any of my original brothers, but it sounded like, and I'm like, whoa, they about to swing jammies. No, but I don't know what I made up, but I'm just saying that it wasn't the anal retentive. Good afternoon. My name is LANCESCURV, and I'm here to do a podcast. And one little narrow wavelength, they went down, they went high, they went low. And after that, my brother, we have to go and get some lunch. I love you. I'm like, I thought they were going to fight. Because if I'm thinking about it from an English perspective, from a European mindset, it's like, wait a second. So here I am. We have to yell. Sometimes we have to curse speaking English because it's so narrow that we need more range, because it's like putting a size 12 foot into a size 9 shoe. It's a verbal straitjacket. We can't express ourselves at the full range. That's why we got to use our hands on the corner as brothers talking and swing our hands too. And a cop that's a rookie, oh, these niggas are about to fight. No, it's not. This is how we communicate, because that size 9 shoe is not good enough for a verbal size 12 foot. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, and I mean, nice you say that too. In the comment, I seen somebody made a comment saying, well, because I said I don't give a fuck about my kids not going back to school this year. So what? It was only 2 months left, but so I don't give a fuck if it was the whole school year. They ain't going back. You know how much time I got to sit up here and try to unlearn my kids from this bullshit they getting taught anyways? I ain't learned shit coming out of school. Like, why you sitting up here judging, talking about some which, I mean, I'm not attacking whoever that was, but the thing is, you have to look at that stuff with a whole bunch of discernment. We were taught a bunch of lies to train our mind to think, to be like one of them, not to be ourselves. What do you mean? You better make sure they know how to read. we finna go back to original. That shit is not gonna be buoyed, you know? It's not gonna be useful anymore. You know?
like Michael Allen just said in the chat room. That's why I always say the word boomba-clot is a very powerful word. Boomba-clot. It's explosive. It shows emotion.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you can be from Czechoslovakia somewhere. You could be somewhere up from China or wherever, and you hear that word, it's like, oh my God, there's something powerful going on. It's not just what the word means, it's how you say it. Why Why are you tying my right hand behind my hand when you know I could knock you out with it and say it's a fair boxing match when you got both hands, but I still beat you with my jab? Right?
Exactly.
So you don't want me to have the full range, because when I use it, I can express that more. That's why, especially in the motherland, when they speak, word gets around. And even when we speak, word gets around. We've changed a little bit and have kept this restraint. But look, when a sister hears another sister and you talking on the street, you crossing the street, and before you got that juicy news to share or something important, what do we say? Girl,
let me tell you.
That's what I'm trying to say. And guess what? I don't care if you half a block down in your bed next to the window, your ears perk up. You'll even go to the window. That's why half our Venetian blinds are broke, because we peeking through it, not just being nosy. We can say that, but it's about survival. Yep. We know there's some crap going on in this Europeanized society that we live in, and we need to be on point. So thank the creator for that nosy lady, because that nosy lady gonna tell you who broke in your house when you're in around. Otherwise, you pissed at a damn lady nosy, always coming out 3 a.m, sweeping when I pull up, and she peeking and whatever. And who's the first one you go to? That nosy lady. That's right. Because we on point. We know that we're in a hostile environment. Even in the things that we do to annoy ourselves, it's because of that. Girl.
That's true. That's true. And it's like you find a lot of these Caucasian people like try to like copy our lingo. And it's annoying too. It's like, it's a fucking mockery. I don't know. I don't like, don't do that. Like, please stop it. Because you don't even understand why it's a feeling though. So when we get our words from, it's a feeling, and that's what came out. You wouldn't just say it just to be trying to be cool and whatnot. Like, it's not. Fuck on. Like, not that I got no hate against somebody, but that's annoying. Like, I mean, it's just like with one of us trying to be like them. Like, we don't mess with them.
No, but it's like this. It's like we can't have nothing. We can't have nothing on our own. We make up words to communicate with each other and go to a job, and we're in a daggone break room or somewhere, and some other person comes around. Excuse me, can I talk to you 1 second? Well, yeah. What do you need? What did that word mean? What are you saying? They're always doing a Jacques Cousteau on us. You know that so-called European explorer, Jacques Cousteau, back in the day, they used to have these nature channels, and he'd go out in the sea digging up stuff, go up in the mountains digging up stuff. Why they always got to be Jacques Cousteau on us? We can't have nothing. We can't. That's why they like rap. Let's decode the rap and see what it means. Another language. So that's why, let me tell you something. When they get around me, I don't know any of the languages from the motherland. I might know a word here and there, but I love when I'm on the phone and they're trying to ear hustle me. I might be on the bus, I might be on the train, I might be in the supermarket checkout line, and check me out. They listening. They like to see you and figure out what kind of Negro are you. So I'll speak nice, polite English on the phone to that imaginary person, because my phone is cut off, and then I'll break out. White people, and you gotta let them know. White people, kill them. So about chop their head off. Tonight, I go to my car and mix it up. I come back and he said he's going to come back. He's going to kill them. Because you ear hustling. You need to have a verbal foot in your ear. Better than the Q-tip. Not only will it knock the wax out your head, it'll knock your brains out. So keep being nosy. Dwayne Johnson, thank you so much. He's the real Dwayne Johnson. Bless you, brother. But go ahead, sister, talk to me.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's just so much. It's so much stuff that they like hitting us with. I just don't want us to like not see. And if it's a person that can see and you know how to see, and you can actually put some type of information, it might not be good for you, but what's good for me, if it can help you, like, use it. Do not be fooled, and do not ever be scared of nothing, because we done been through so much as a people already. Like, what else can they fucking do to us? I mean, what else really? What, a famine? What can y'all do to us? We always make a way out of nothing. We've been doing it. That's a part of us. Like, I just, oh my goodness, it's just crazy to me that it's something every day with this daggone system. Like you locking the sun down, the sun on quarantine. Did the sun is the sun positive for the coronavirus too? I just need to know how y'all test that. You know, just crazy. Like it's so much, and it's annoying, very annoying. Yep. But we got to get back to being natural and listening to our inner self instead of listening to somebody else's perspective on some things, especially somebody that don't have your best interest at heart, you know?
Of course, they only come around when they want to use you. Let me tell you something. We got to stop adopting their fear. Because if we adopt their fear, first of all, we shouldn't have no fear toward nothing because we are the superwomen and the superman of this planet. They don't want us to know that, but we need to know that, right? But we got to stop adopting their fear. Notice on these jobs, and I always say jobs because that's usually where they have close proximity to us. Here they go, they'll come near us. Say, for example, they plan on laying off a bunch of the workers on the job. And here we have people, white folks on the job that don't talk to you. I'm just making up the scenario because I've walked in this skin for 57 plus years, so I have a degree in Caucasianism. I'm a master. I have a master's degree in them, right? So here they come. Right. They don't talk to you otherwise, and they come sit near you. Hey, hello, Lance. Good day. Can I ask you something? Have you heard about those layoffs that they're going to be giving and putting? I know you've been here for a long time, and I have a little less time than you, but dude, I'm telling you, I'm kind of scared. What do you think? I'm supposed to say, oh my God, they laying us off? Oh man, I can't have that happen to me. I got kids, and I got a mortgage, and I got a car, and that fear. When they drop a dime like that, let me tell you how it works. It helps their asses. Yeah. Because you're putting energy, your powerful spiritual energy to it, whether you know it or not, and it's helping them. And they love to get around the niggas and put fear in them when it's their cause. When they have an enemy, they want to make that enemy your enemy, so you run out there in the front line and they say, these dumb niggas, we're going to live and they're going to be brought back in caskets. You see what I mean? So don't give them no help when it comes to that on anything. Go the opposite way. You know what? This is what I would say to that white man in the break room. Really? They're going to lay us off? Oh, man. I can't wait. I need some free time. I lied. No, I lied. I just paid for my house. I just paid for my car. And my wife hit the lottery up in another state. And I need that time, but I'm just wanted to do a little extra time. But say, oh, well. They're going to
be mad as some motherfuckers. They tell
and they'll flip out even more if you're not concerned. But they lean on you on a spiritual level. And they suck from you on a spiritual level. Anytime they come around you and want to join you with them and their fear, they're getting something from you. Even when you go home and you're off the job and you're sweating and you bring that crap home to your wife like a infected roach going back to the nest when they drop a chemical out there. Well, when they bring the chemical back to the nest will get killed. Now you go home and tell your wife, or if you're a woman, you tell your husband, and all of a sudden, what are we going to do? And the kids are listening. Oh, mommy said that daddy going to get laid off. And now you all wrecked up. Now you're arguing. You ain't having sex no more. You're not doing nothing. Yeah. Fighting and stuff. Now here come the cops. No, leave their fears alone. They are fearful people. That's why they do the stupid stuff that they do, because they walk around in fear.
That's true. And that's another thing too, like at work, they want us to wear like safety glasses, a mask, all this other stupid ass shit it's crazy. Because it's like, I said, so we can't breathe oxygen no more. You know, CO2, that's carbon monoxide. We're giving that stuff to ourselves on like a small doses at a time. You want me to wear this shit 8 hours? They got somebody walking around with a camera on top of their fucking hard hat. I mean, just walking around watching every fucking thing. It's like, you gonna force me to give myself respiratory problems and mess up my blood breathing in CO2. Like if anybody want to look up what CO2 do to your blood, that's why they put the monitors over there by your furnace in the basement, because that's bad shit.
Tell it.
You want me to put this mask over my nose because I had my nose out. They said you have to put it over your nose too. Like they kicking people off the job. It's like, so you gonna force me to do this? I have to do this. Y'all gonna be kicking me off. Y'all gonna be kicking me off. You can't tell me I can't breathe. You know? And then they put you in a trick bag. It's like, well, if you quit your job, you can't draw the unemployment, especially like the extra $600 they giving out too. You can't get all these benefits if you quit your job. So you have to do what we say you got to do because the bill's still rolling around. They forced us into this monetary system, and it's like, so you fuck that, you know.
I know, but let me tell you something. What we need to do, we need to fool their asses. Because we were speaking about this yesterday. There was a wonderful conversation that was a private conversation, but I could have videotaped it, but it was just so good. And we're going to have it again. We have some other individuals who may not be known to this channel who we're going to get on. You know what I mean? As far as the actual camera in front of their face, there's a lot of good stuff we're going to be doing. And I ain't going to stop. But we were saying just that, how, something just hit me in my mind I got to do later on today, and I got to make a phone call soon. No, we're going to stay in. We're going to keep on talking, but there's always something rolling on in my head, right? But we need to do like these Asians. I'm not putting them up over us, y'all. I'm just saying this is our technique, and they took it. Now, if I'm talking about it, you're putting them above us. No, they stole our crap. They stole our shit. So how am I bad? Okay, the Indians do it from India. The Asians do it. What do? Why are we so Europeanized in our mind at a time of war, where we still hold on to the fact, well, that cousin Louis, I can't get down with him because 20 years ago he cussed me out at the barbecue, so he ain't gonna come live with me. No, we need to pack up and pay less bills to this oppressor. But we gotta sit up and have the best car at the cookout over the other uncles and cousins and nephews and nieces, and show out, and I have the best apartment and whatever, and we all suffering. We all scared at night. Yeah. Get rid of their stuff and give it back to them. Let's all pack up in that one house. Let's eat from the one pot. Let's laugh at them while they get less bills from us, and there's less fear, because now we're covered. And then we can build up later on. We can save the little bit that we have, which ain't going to be worth nothing anyway when they crash the economy. But maybe then we can go and save up and get some land somewhere else. There is hope. But we running down the wrong road. You are not going to keep this European, I got mine and you don't have yours, and he who dies with the most toys wins. Stop that, y'all. We are a village, whether we know it or not. And when your ass gets hungry enough, that neighbor, that relative who you refuse to talk to, you'll be doing this. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I know we had problems, but I'm hungry. Baby's got to get fed. I'm tired of getting bit up by mosquitoes. Please let me come in. I'll do anything. I apologize how I cursed you out at the cookout 20 years ago.
Yep. That's true. That's true. I mean, that's my thing too. I cut somebody else out quick, but it's like, I don't know, but it's always, you had to do something to me, and then I still like help people out. Like, even though you cross me, especially our people, we cross each other and we go right back like ain't shit happened all the time. Like, we not as distant as everybody would like for us to be or think we are, you know? That's a messed up picture, because I mean, I've had problems with people like a lot of times, especially like on a disagreement or some like probably some backstab or stuff a little bit. I mean, I'm always open to talk about it. And a lot of us are like that. We are some nice people. We really are. We like the nicest people that I've seen out about all these other people out there around.
Well, we forgive everybody. We're so embracing. We gotta redirect our love. See, we're like the block sun. Right? We block out the love to each other, but we give the love to everybody else, and they thrive on it. They use it, and they give us their ass to kiss after we give them. We're like a puppy with Stockholm syndrome. We have Stockholm syndrome for them. We won't forgive each other, but we're going to forgive them all the time and run to other brothers like me. You know how many emails and text messages I get? Well, Lance, we should forgive, and we should be more loving, and it's not all of them, and we should follow the example of the white Jesus Christ.
Fucking got her.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We need to stop that mentality right there. You cannot love everybody until you love yours. Work on that. Start at home first. Like, that's crazy. Who the fuck said that? They tripping.
That's like paying everybody else's bills when you get your paycheck. Talking about, I'm being nice. I'm going to pay your light bill. I'm going to pay this and pay that. And you go home and ain't got no money except to buy a Subway sandwich, and not even the 12-inch, the 6-inch. And you in darkness and eviction notices, and you broke, and you did everything for everybody else, but don't do anything for yourself. Pay yourself first. Do yourself first. Make sure
Yeah,
you're
you
taken
have to.
care of. And I don't mean in a selfish European way. I mean us as a people. It's not about me.
Exactly.
Anybody with the me, shut them up. It's about us. Correct that language.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that call. How does this benefit your people? I wanted to lay down for another hour and a half, and something got my backside up in front of this equipment. I cut everything on, not knowing who I was going to talk to, and I see Keisha's name in the phone. I pick up, and I said, hello, Lance, I got some information to share. I'm like, God, dog. As a joke, I say God, right? It's about the creator.
Yeah.
We're not trying to mislead anybody the European way. That's what this conversation was meant to be.
That's another thing too. Like, I think when I talked to you the other day, I was with the energy when they talk about like the Jacob's ladder and where they get all this electricity and everything from. Like, oh, we're sucking it out the ground. They're not sucking it out the ground. They sucking it from us. That's why they need us having this high negative energy and fear. They are pulling all this energy that they use to cut these lights on. I can't prove that, but I can feel it. They using us. They using it. They get it from us. All this energy that they run this world off of. And I'm going to go back to the Pinky and the Brain thing. He was producing energy when he was running on that wheel. Like, I want people to actually look at that. Just Google the intro. It's 1 minute long. Just Google the intro and listen to the words and look at what's going on in it. They told so much. They using us to produce the energy, to produce the electricity, you know?
Yes.
They need us. Like, one thing about it, they want to keep us scared, but when they talking about if they wanted to kill all black people, they probably should have did it a long time ago. They can't.
They got to kill the world. We're everywhere. I'm not calling black people roaches, but you should have killed that roach when you saw him the first time. Now we're not just in the kitchen, in the dining room, in the bathroom. We all up in the bedrooms, all up in the roof and the wall. We're all over the world, but we were there like that anyway. You understand?
And that's like they got this census stuff talking about, so they gonna be walking around knocking on somebody's door trying to get a head count. Like, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, you don't know how. It be 15 different people in the house. You ain't coming in either. You don't know who and where.
That's right.
For real.
Big shout out to Al Freetown. Thank you so much. Like I said, we're going deep into this fight. We ain't turning back. Might have a cut over the eye and a busted lip. Fatigue, arms hurting, lungs burning. But I know the opponent feels the same way too. It's not about the physical now. It's about the willpower and the spiritual energy that we're going to channel. I'd rather die doing this and die earlier than transitioning later on as a punk who tried to take the safe way. I don't care. I'm not afraid. You got to bring some to get some. But we have to think. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
And my thing is, when you want to take the safe way out, just remember, like, we everywhere, not just physical, but in the spiritual realm too. You want to come back after everybody, the ones that sat up here, the real fighters sat up here and lost their fucking life over this shit. You gotta face us. You gonna get a judgment for that. You just can't. Ain't no easy way out. You either get down or you lay down with them. You know.
Exactly.
Because they definitely about to lay down. They gonna have to. They ain't got no choice.
Look, let me tell you something. You better lay down. You got the sun after your ass. Come on. The sun? How you gonna reach this? All you can do is block. So you're gonna rope-a-dope the sun? The sun gonna keep on shining, fool. It's gonna outlast you, fool. If you rope-a-dope and don't throw any punches, you can't win. If you lay on the ropes and put your head, that means you're already defeated. We need to know this. They doing stupid stuff like blocking the sun? Or
and this another thing too. It's another thing too. The people that sit up here and absorb that sun and they running, our people that's not running from that sun, and you sun gaze too, you can make their ass sick going around them. I think that's another reason why they need to be in a different neighborhood altogether, because we can make their ass sick. I went golfing with their ass 3 years ago. And I told him, I said, we finna burn y'all ass alive. I mean, he just looked at me like, what the fuck? I meant what I said. But us out there, because we and this is another thing I was telling you about, with the radiation, which I want to relay it back to the 5G stuff and whatnot. That 5G not gonna hurt us. Our body return that in it. I mean, we retain it. We soak it up, and then we admit it back out. If we soaking that shit up and we admitting it back out, and they standing right next to it, that's a sun standing next to you. You know?
That's so deep.
Take it.
That's so deep, for real. No,
you can't
seriously.
take that.
And you know another thing that came to me the more sun we get, the less that stuff will bother us. If it bothers us at all. But if we're sitting inside, oh, social distancing, we want you inside like everybody else, and don't come outside and stay away from everybody. We need each other. If we eat right, meditate right, look within, like I said, in, not out. Not looking up to the sky for the white Jesus, but looking inside for the Savior that's in you. Insight, intuition. All the in-words. Everything in.
I'm glad you said the N-word, and ain't that what they call us, N-word?
Right. We the N-word, the I-N word. They just dropped off that I, and we need to make on the N-word.
They put the I on the other side of the N.
We need to tease them back and make the I lowercase and the N uppercase, like when they do iPhone. The N, N-word, in this, in that.
Right.
That's right. Look within.
We some powerful people. We don't know it. We so powerful. I love us. And then it's just like, it's like the world be like, come here, boo. Come here. Like, just, I got something for you. You ain't suffering. I done been down on my luck a bunch of fucking times.
That's right.
But I ain't ever got down to the complete dirt ball fucking bottom. And I had every opportunity to. Something always came.
Always. Isn't it something? You still here, and there are times that before you got to that level of consciousness that you may have worried a little bit, because we were born into this world and worry is all over the place. And that's one of the ways that many of us on a lower vibration might cope. But after a while, let me tell you something. One day I was driving the bus and I said, you know what? I need to go straight through because I got to use the restroom. I was on time and everything. Every daggone light opened up. Let me tell you something. I got to one light that was green. I was halfway through the block. It turned red. And when I got there, it turned back green again. I'm like, what the heck? And I kept on going. You command the universe to do what it is that you need to do. Stop worrying. Worrying brings you nothing. Worry is out of control. You show concern, you meditate, and you project. Worry sucks all of that out of you. Worry leaves you with nothing. Exactly. Worry is like that. Worrying is like that orgasm that you had that didn't really feel good. It dribbled out. You're like, oh man, I wasted my time.
Yeah, you think you're too goddamn hard. You tripping. You tripping. Man, I just want our people to just realize how powerful we are. We stay together, stick together. That's just like somebody was just telling me this morning about they seen a news article in like Baltimore, like them people over there said fuck this social distancing, like they government over there don't even know what to do with them.
what they gonna do? Come behind you and behind closed doors? Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody in my neighborhood, meaning my community. I'm not gonna say neighborhood. I'm gonna say community, because when we say community, it joins us all together worldwide. If you're listening to this and you're hearing this, you might be on another continent, but we are part of one community, one mindset. And again, we may not be monolithic where we agree on every single thing, but the overlap is overwhelming. And if we don't agree on certain things, well, let's enlighten ourselves to those things that we don't agree on, and maybe we'll understand. But don't reject your brother on something that may be a little different about them. Now, I'm not talking about no lifestyle that doesn't bring no life, because like I always say, there's no life in the next man's anus, okay? But things that are slightly different about us culturally or whatever. We are one. We are one community worldwide. You take a Jew on the stolen land of Israel from the Palestinians, no matter where they are in the world, they're going to break out with a Jewish newspaper or go to a Jewish website, a fake Jewish website, and concern themselves about what's happening in their stolen motherland. Right? So no matter where we are, we need to concern ourselves about each other. And again, we need to speak out wherever we are. You want some social distancing? Stand up for your people and speak loud about what's going on in public. Oh, we better stay away from him because he might start swinging soon. Let them know every time they see you what you're about in some kind of way. And if you're not vocal, wear a t-shirt, wear a hat, wear something, a button or a pin. Let them see what you're all about.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Take over their minds, psych them out, make their thoughts dominant. That's the fourth time today in the last hour I saw that button of Africa. What does it mean? Why are all these niggas? And whether you believe or understand that we all come from planet Africa, that's what I'm trying to say. We are a community, and none of them need to be allowed in on. Listen, I can't tell you that. I cannot. No, that's something we can't tell you. Let them know there's a place they can't go. I mean, they look at all women like, I can have her more than he can, and he's black. No, no, you can't have this. We can't have nothing. They want to have everything.
Yeah. That's true. And our people, like, we got these people and it's another topic I want to hit on. Like, we have a lot of these people that's just in the neighborhood, just like us, and they like Freemasons and whatnot. You have to watch out for them motherfuckers because we got so much fake news stories that be coming on. And it's like, don't nobody never know these people. You know, they number get called to pull off a fucking psyop or whatever they want to do. They do it. They are getting paid to do that. That's why they have better cars and nicer things, or you can't envy them people because you don't know what they did to get that. You know.
Well, the thing is, they're not for us because if they really had any power, our communities would be so much better. They brag about having certain knowledge. Look, okay, tell me this. If you live for 1,000,000 years and knew everything that was going on in the planet for that 1,000,000 years, well, you didn't know what was happening in the prior 4,000,000 years or 10,000,000 years, or if you here on the planet Earth and you went to elementary school and middle school and high school and college, how in the hell are you going to know everything about creation and have some damn secret? Get the hell out of here. And with your secret, you're still subservient to the dominant class. So you selling us out. Because if you got a secret worthwhile, trust me, they going to know about it. The enemy's going to know about it. And they don't want, so you working for the enemy. Get away from me. That doesn't, you push your chest out like you know something. You don't know jack. You're not going within. You're bragging about or pushing your chest out because of something else that has nothing to do with you. And yes, the white men here, they stole a lot of those things from us and changed it around. I know that.
Yep. I mean, that's crazy too. And another thing too, when they gave us this daggone Bible, that's why I can't roll with it like that. It's because they saying, okay, in there, okay, you got the fallen angels, we failed because we did something bad. But how do we know that's true? Maybe God, we are the guys, we are God's eyes also. Maybe we were here to place judgment on y'all and we gave y'all enough rope to hang y'all fucking self, That's
right. But you know what? You know what the secret is? We the damn secret. We are the secret. So if we are the secret, why don't we look within and manifest? And if we are the secret and have the power to manifest, who's stopping us? So those who have the secret handshakes, they're not on our side because they would try to help us to cultivate ourselves. So they are not our friends. They want to walk around under this European rule and be the ones who have a little bit more favor, only if you do your job to keep the other niggas deaf, dumb, and blind. That's what it is.
That's true. And that's another thing, like with the power of manifesting. Like the story on how I even became a plumber or whatnot. I wasn't fixing a lick of nothing before I started doing this. I told myself I was gonna do it. I was thinking about it. I actually envisioned myself doing it, And then there you go, It was just like that. You keep it on your mind, and then you see it, and then you believe it.
That's right. Hypnotize
and you got, and then you got to put that body in, and their body gonna follow it. I'm sorry, you ain't got no choice if you believe it.
Well, just say right. You got to know it. Let me tell you something. When I was a little kid, maybe 3-4 years old, and I'm in the bed, and my father might have a blazer, a jacket hanging over the door. You put the coat hanger back in the day and the door can't close all the way. So now it's hanging up. So you see this human form. Now the lights are on. I know it's a jacket there. Now the lights are out. I'm staring at it like, that might be something standing there, right? Exactly. Now the door can't close. Now you're thinking, what is that peeking at me from outside in the hallway? Your mind is a powerful thing. Well, you know what? Flip that ability and make them go on flip out and thinking whatever they want to think. But we got to move in unison. That's why we had the rain dances, the African rain dances. We move, enough of us summoned to the heavens that we need rain. It will come. You see? So let's think them out of existence.
That's true. That's just like even with anything they doing is we got the power to fight, and we ain't even gotta physically fight them. But if it come down to it, they're gonna get their ass towed up. But you don't really have to. We can think them motherfuckers away, and they will be gone like a fucking poof if we all do it together.
Poof, there it is. Poof, there it is.
Yeah, and it's another thing too. Like with this okay, have you ever been asleep and like woke up and it's like you couldn't breathe, like you was kind of woke, but you was like still asleep kind of, but you couldn't breathe.
Right. They
call it like sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I just figured out what that shit was probably last week because I've been going through it my whole life. Those are actually, I think those are like the spirit world actually waking your ass up and tell you need to get up and think about something. It's something they're trying to show you. And it's like from what I gathered off some information off the internet, you have to, but the hours between 3 and 4 o'clock, depending on your time zone, whatever, the energy is most high. And that's normally when the stuff happen, you know?
Yes.
So you have to like wake up, and it's something that you were supposed to be gathering at that's a meditation hour. That's what the fuck that's supposed to be. That's what that is. You're supposed to be meditating right there. Okay.
That's right. And every time that we go to a website where they have entertainers, and this one said this, and this one got this person pregnant, and this one was found to be gay, and this one ran out or committed suicide, whatever, or they got a drug problem, that's taking away time from your mind. Why is it that it's such big business for the so-called engineered entertainment? They didn't have that back in the day. You had entertainers who went in and sung their songs and acted in their plays and acted in their movies, and they stepped off. But now, more so than what they create, we're more into their lives more than what they create. And neither one of them is any good because it's compromised and engineered to give us this mind control so we don't meditate. We're meditating on something, we're distracted. It keeps us, again, looking outside and not in. Like I said, insight, intuition, inspiration, everything in. Let's do in.
Yep.
That's right.
And looking at that shit, that's how you become a baby mama. And constantly looking at this shit, that's how you become ratchet, disconnected, gay. Stay looking at that, because how the hell you supposed to know what being a baby mama is or a gay person? If they didn't show you that shit on TV, we would not have that way of life at all. I don't think.
Exactly. Misdirected. We're focusing on the wrong things. It's like
trying to be cool.
Exactly, because see, look, it's like the snake charmer. Yep. And we're hypnotized, and we're in the malls buying the same thing we see them wearing on reality TV shows. We're striving to have these vehicles. Well, I have a nice new car, but I gotta have the rims and the sound system. And then we go blast the sound system, and we're looking around to see who's looking at us. You want to piss off somebody who's blind who looks like us at the red light? They come up next to you, they blast in the sound system, and they're looking at you. Don't look at them. Look straight ahead, look down at your phone, or play around the dashboard, and then like, they're not noticing me. And then they turn it up even more. We driving around here mentally sick with this European Caucasian virus. Ain't no
the Caucasity.
Yeah, exactly. Wordplay. Let the young ones hear it. They go to school. My mommy, my daddy, or I heard on the LANCESCURV show, Sister Keisha in there talking about the Caucasian virus. Teacher, what's the Caucasian virus? And they gonna be mad at you when you go to the PT, the parent teachers meeting. Like, your son said something about the Caucasian virus, and you tell them wherever you are, you made the place sick. Wherever you are, you raped and robbed and brought death, domination, destruction. You are a planetary virus. Where did you come from? You weren't even always here. You built your history to make it seem like you were here. And here we are back in the day watching these movies and Cleopatra and all this stuff. Liz Taylor, a white lady? Come on, man. You put a little brown.
Why is it that black people, this is our thing right here. I shouldn't have to be like, not that I hate nobody. I shouldn't even have to say that. Because it's like, why do other black people make other black people that don't really like the Caucasian people, why they gotta try to make it seem like it's a bad thing? You ain't supposed to like them. Look at us.
Let me tell you something. If I walk up to somebody, go in their house and take all their SHIT, beat them up, put the man down, castrate him, rape him, go inside the house and rape his woman, make all these babies that don't look like the original babies, make you leave and not have your language, what, I'm supposed to love you? I'm supposed to love you? And then now those today say, well, I had nothing to do with it. I'm not the one who did that to you. That was in slavery years ago, but you're the beneficiary of all that what was done to us. So you got to give it up or get ready to have it taken back. So, you're not the beneficiary? Well, somebody's a beneficiary up in this bad boy. Something was stolen and was never given back. Not only that, but the trauma. We are healing from this. It took hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years when you throw in what happened with the Arabs. It's going to take time to heal up. What you think? Yeah. You were in high school, 125 pounds, and you're 500 pounds now, and in one day you're going to go back to 125? It's going to take time. Yeah. It took time to get there. It's going to take time to come back. So while we are all jacked up from what your great-grandparents and grandparents and what you continue to do on these jobs and mapping out neighborhoods and gentrifying them, and 10 years from now, we won't have to worry about them. Let the drugs come in. It's a war, and you don't want to acknowledge it because they have the ability to smile in your face with a knife behind their back, ready to kill you. And when they kill you, they don't miss a night of sleep. They go home and have dinner. They are aliens, and anybody who's silent of them is an alien. Get up in the public and say what you got to say in behalf of us. If not, get away from me, and I'll speak for myself.
And this my thing too. Like, our brothers and sisters need to quit procreating. Quit giving up your fucking DNA. That's the only reason why they still fucking lasting.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Quit giving the fucking DNA up. You up in the gold. Like, why are you doing that? And just to try to get on the internet and try to throw it. You got these swirling females, and then you got these self-hating niggas and whatnot talking about some, well, a white woman, they let them start frying chicken. Y'all in trouble. Like, get the fuck out of here with that dumbass shit.
Let me tell you something. There ain't nothing with that. But look, we are humankind. I might have to get a little raw, but I'm still talking cold. There ain't nothing for me that a white woman can do. Let me tell you something. They're like that appliance that you get that's missing some parts, especially the plug. Ain't no power, ain't no life in that.
And they ain't got the fucking plug. We got the plug.
That's what I'm trying to say. And not only the plug, we got the outlet in the wall, we got the power plant, we got all the wiring. They have fooled you.
And it's my thing too with these people. Like, okay, we are melanated beings. They want to. You got a lot of these guys out here. I mean, probably the females too, but more so the guys. They feel like since they procreated with this white woman and made this mixed child, that child is the same. They think it's the same black as we are.
Exactly.
Don't call your mixed daughter no fucking black child like mine. That's disrespectful.
Okay, you got lemonade and you fixed it up to exact degree that you like it. I come along with a jug twice as large and pour that lemonade in there and pour pure water in there. That lemonade ain't gonna taste the same. And then then now throw in some cayenne pepper. It ain't gonna taste good. That means you taking that child to a European school. You know what I mean? And you're indoctrinating them. You're morphing us into something that we're not, and you're turning us into something else. So now,
and trying to make us accept that. Like, we not accept us black women. We are not accepting that. We not accepting it. And I mean, on a male scale too, we should not accept that. They not accepting it. Why we gotta accept it? Do you think when this sun come down, you think they gonna make it?
That's right.
That's gonna be your medicine for even doing that.
You go on and marry you let one of them Caucasians see that their daughter married a black man. That daughter ain't gonna get no part of that inheritance. But guess what? He marries a white girl and he dies. That family's going to have their hands stretched out for all his money. That's why they like to pick the cream of the crop or those who seem like they're going places in this world. And this is what these guys forget. They don't have dirt. They don't have nothing. And it was their black sister that stuck by them. And as soon as they get a little bit of fame, a little bit of fortune, now they think it's an upgrade, but they're really downgrading because they don't understand what the purpose of that white woman is there for. She cannot soothe you. She cannot. Look, the white woman is like a 6-foot dude trying to go to sleep in a cold house with a 4-foot cover. Either you decide you're gonna cover the feet and the head's gonna be cold, or you're gonna cover the head and the feet gonna be cold. But nevertheless, if you think you smart and ball up and shrink up, you think you covered, you're not, because now you're balled up. You again, that size 12 foot and a size 9 shoe. And if you mess up one bit, them courts ain't on your favor. You think it's an advantage? Let the judge see that you, or the hint that you might have touched that white woman. You gone.
Exactly. You and them kids. And that's another thing, and with the women too. Because I mean, it's a lot of like swirling channels on YouTube and whatnot. They leading black women straight to the slaughterhouse. We need each other. Y'all are the other half. Like, you know, when you make a heart, like you make one half of your hand this way and the other half of your hand and make a heart with your fingers. That's how you make the whole heart. That's why like we need to be vibrating on the heart chakra. We need each other. You can't be half-hearted.
Exactly.
And my thing is, you telling them, oh, let's get the white man because of some money and a better lifestyle. Okay, we're going to see what they do with that in a minute. We're going to see what they do with that money and that lifestyle. We just going to see.
Let me tell you something. When the reality, they have really done a number on us, especially through their media. From young, we're taught that they're the ones who always look. I've talked to brothers and sisters younger, you know, and been around them, and we would walk down the street, or you know, we're playing, we're going to the park, and we see some old dirty white kid looking all hungry with beat up clothes and holes in the clothes, and we see where they live, and the house is all beat up and they poor, and you know, they're basically what they would call wiggers. All kind of stuff in the front yard, and the woman, she's probably 27 years old, looking 48, and her breasts knocking down around her knees and eating bad food, and say, wait a second, something's wrong here. Something's wrong. They don't have money? Because when I watch the soap operas, these white folks got all kind of cars. Ain't nobody working. They screwing and doing drama all day, all the lights on. You know, in my house coming up and saying, oh, you better cut them lights out. They got all the lights on all the time, all the makeup, the rich clothes, everything. So we're brainwashed to think they're better, and we carry this thing with us. Just like they demonize us and give us all the wrong things. It's the same way when they see us materialistically prospering at the red light or at the mall. They see a beat up vehicle and they see a real nice luxury car, and they see us walking toward both, not knowing which one we're going to walk to. And when we jump in the luxury car, they're looking at us like, that damn nigga, how did he get that? And because they're brainwashed to think that all we got to do is sell some drugs or sell some booty or whatever up on a pole to get that, they got the indoctrination too, but it goes against us because they have favor in this society. So, like I said, we've been brainwashed to think we're upgrading when we're really downgrading. They're really getting a charitable act. We're giving away our love. We're giving away our power. Do you think that white woman loves you just because she blows you the way she does? Because she'll try to put in your head, I'll do any freaky thing that no black woman would do. So I don't care. Let me tell you something. If the world of the planet was devoid of all women, and they were two in front of me, and they said, pick one. And then we had a white woman who, by the world standards, was drop dead gorgeous and had booty and had anti-gravity breasts and a small waistline and copying off the black. And I had a sister who may not have eaten too good, and she was 500 pounds and 4'10" and toothless and just jacked up looking. I'm going with the jacked up looking sister. Yes, I am. Because you know what? We can bring her back from that devalued state. I understand what's going on. I'm going with her. And she's going to have every freakish act done to her. Even at 500 pounds, I'll love her, hold her hand, walk down the street, because I know that my union with my woman is about the cause. It's bigger than us. You see what I mean? So that's the kind of thing. We can't look at this superficial foolishness. Hey, I got a white woman. Because look, that's that slave thing. We always want to be like massa.
Too. Yeah, I always want to be like fucking massa. That's crazy. But that's another thing too. Like they like, oh, these white women, they getting asses now. They got bodies now. You niggas giving our fucking DNA, giving our DNA away. And then on top of that, they have to exercise and try to get. And they go to the fucking Botox shop. They go get surgeries and shit. That stuff don't be natural. Let me say that.
It ain't. Look, these white women are nothing more when they do that. They're nothing more than a black woman in drag. Meaning that just like you see a dude in drag, and if you ain't looking too hard, he's around a bunch of women and he got a dress on and made up. You say, oh, look at all them women over there, until you see that Adam's apple bouncing out there, right? All they can be is black women in drag. They can't emit the power. They don't have the soul. They don't have the connectedness to the universe. How I look jumping in a pot barefoot and put some flowers on my head talking about I'm a plant. No, I'm not. I'm a fool who's delusional.
Right.
Tetu Brown, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like I said, we got to be real. We got to be real and get away from this illusion.
It's a big ass illusion.
Exactly.
That's all it's been this whole time, an illusion. And they kept us, and I mean, they putting drugs in everything, the food, the water, the air, everything to keep us. And then basically, and mainly the daggone TV. And it went from the TV to they want to give us like phones. Those are like handheld TVs. So they can take the TV everywhere. It was like.
Exactly. I had a friend of mine, he said, this guy was known for being cheap, right? But it was funny though. What he said was true. He said, I don't got to get no big screen TV. All I got to do is hold the phone closer to my face. I'm like, yo, you for real? You right.
For real. It's just, and you can do everything off your phone. So it's like, why not? They made it so convenient to where anything they want to show you, even like with these like presidential alerts, I know they send it to everybody's phone.
Yeah, I mean, the media is now the COVID update. Everything is COVID, every site. I mean, daggone, a friend of mine called me and said, man, I was trying to get busy with that jar of Vaseline the other night, man. And I went on RedTube and they talking about COVID this and COVID that. I'm like, God, dog. They even had some porn with a chick with a mask on her face. I'm like, what? Well, how did she do what she did? They cut a little hole around her mouth. I'm like, God, dog. They coming at us all kind of ways. Tina Jennings, thank you so much. Bless you. I love the love, and I'm gonna keep throwing it back. Look, there's no way. Look, if we do something yesterday, do something today, we about that work. We're about that work. We're not sitting up front like, well, we'll do the LANCESCURV show once a week or for 10 minutes in the morning during the day. No, we'll sit down on this bad boy. We put hours in on this. Yep. Whether you see it here as a live or behind the scenes with what we do. Yes, I love this. I'm a nutcase. I'm crazy. I'm that one who will do it. You got other people doing bad things out here, but that's why I say thank you all for the help and assistance. And thank you all last night for our sister who has her products put out there and who is going to bring a life into the world and share that experience on her YouTube channel. And I'm going to help her. And I'm very excited about this. And we all need to be very excited about this. We all need to be very excited when we have a sister who is doing that and trying to do the right thing. Now we have people out here, and this is a commercial break, who may have certain circumstantial situations where we need to correct them in their mind because they're shooting us down so much. So we need to applaud the sisters who are righteously bringing the children in the world, right? Now a child is innocent, so one is not over the other whether it came unrighteously or not. All I'm saying is that we've got to give a special bit of applause and love and support to those who are planning. Like she said, I'm keeping my temple a certain way. They're going to be raised up a certain way this way. And she is into motherhood, not hoochiehood, into motherhood. Because how does a child vibe with a mother who all she's worried about is putting a rainbow weave in her head, who's half naked all out in the street, and then what you think is going to follow you? But you're creating and maintaining the home base. How about this? I just want to say this, and it may be off topic. But how about before you bring that child into the world, you make sure that your life is straight, considering and loving that child long before sperm hits egg. Because long before sperm hits egg, that child's energy is there anyway. Like a little girl waiting to jump in on double dutch. See, she didn't jump in on the rope yet. You know how they hold themselves and they jump, but they're on the side now. Timing the rope. And you might be down here doing your thing, but do your thing righteously. It feels good. And it feels even better when you know you have a purpose. And they know the difference. When they come here, prepare your body, prepare your home, prepare the energies right. Bring them in as the royalty that they are. But too many times, our kids walking behind us in the street, 10 feet behind us, bag of cheese doodles. Hurry up. Keep up. What's wrong with you, stupid? Feeding bad energy and words into them. So what you think they're going to come out later on down the line when you feed them and program them? You have the mind of your child long before this oppressive European trap of a world, toxic world gets to them. Lay the foundation before they're here. Lay the foundation and stay with them every step of the way and make sure none of the Caucasian virus gets into their mind. But go ahead, sister.
I love that. I love that. That's what we need right there. Block that Caucasian poison. Block it. That's the best thing. That's the best thing we can do. We should have been doing it, but we got the information now, so we can do it.
That's right.
It's nice because it's like, I don't know, I'm raising 2 kids by myself and whatnot, but I mean, it's cool. I mean, I didn't have the Most High with me the whole time.
Okay. I know what you're saying, but this is what I want you to do. open up your mind to those and the energy around you. If there's not even in your same neighborhood, you're not by yourself. I know what you mean by that, sister, but let's correct the language so we know. You have the whole village. If you need something, we'll get on one of these shows and say, hey, we need 50 people to drop $2 down. Even if it's not money. We need this, we need that. Get a P.O. box, we'll send it to you. You're not alone. You're not alone when you're with me. I'll make sure.
I feel you.
You see what I mean?
You.
But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I mean, I get it. Well, the thing is, like, with my daughter, she like, I twisted her up or give her like some dreadlocks and whatnot. Whatever, because we need to get off the weave too. I'm sorry. That's another thing Black people need to do. I mean, just to come back to nature. You know, as close as we can get to that, it's important that we do it, especially now. So she talking to her friends, like they was like on like a little video call, and I guess her friends was like talking about her. Somebody looked like noodles, or you know, when you sort the twisties off, they kind of skinnier and whatnot. It's like telling my daughter, don't you ever feel bad or let them hurt your feelings over no stuff like that, because they not even wearing their real hair, you know? They not. And I mean, and mostly when people do that, they jealous because they don't have the confidence to wear their own stuff. And when it's a different energy that a female give off with all that fake stuff on versus with that stuff off. The one with that stuff off is way more humble. Way more humble.
We'll see. We listen to them talk about blocking the sun and we get mad. I'm not saying anybody here. But so many of our sisters are doing it to themselves with a wig, with the weave. They're blocking the sun. They're putting these chemicals on their face, and they love that. Look, let me tell you something. Mrs. SCURV is no secret that, you know, her and I were getting in that age group. I tell people what I am, and she right up there with me. But I love it when we're walking through the mall. I love it. I purposely, and we don't really go to the mall anyway. But there may be something that crucial. We pick something up for somebody else, or look at something that we need to use for something that we're going to do good with. We're not some mall junkies. I don't like malls anyway. Too many weird spirits. Anyway, what I do, we represent, right? And so this is what I like to do. Come on, Mrs. SCURV, let's go through the cosmetic aisle. And you got these old, dried up white ladies with faces that got more wrinkles in it than a white woman, a homeless white woman's vagina. And they're going to hold up a cream talking about, oh, this will beautify your skin. Oh, I love it when they come and say that. I'm like, you're talking to us? You're talking to her? Look at her skin with no makeup. What can that cream?
They started off with that early, too.
Yeah, but I'm saying, right. What could that cream do for her? And if you're the representative of how it works, we better take it and throw it like a baseball out of center field. How do they do that? Eat good water, eat the good food, whatever. And Black don't crack. We help to make it crack by eating their foods. See?
Right.
But we like, okay, I'm not saying Japanese, right? But like an American car, once it gets to 100,000 miles, you know what I mean? Or even before, it's through. The Japanese vehicle, the way they've copied the technology and stuff, you rolling at 400,000 miles. What are you going to do? Change the oil on a regular basis. Rotate the tires. You know what I mean? That's what we are. Yeah. And that's why so many people copy us and study us. We got the Toyota parts. That's why when there's a drive-by shooting and we're grieving for our loved ones who are deceased now, they taking out the body parts. You can't tell me there's not some billionaire white man or Arab or Asian that gets those body parts. We grieving so much, we don't even check the body. I bet you when those funeral homes prepare the body, they damn sure well know that there's a big cut in the rib cage and something has been taken out. And we see, they look so beautiful in the casket. Hey, you better check that body. You know what I mean?
That's why when somebody died, they take them straight to the hospital and send them to the morgue. You know? See? They got to go get that shit up out of there.
We better be on top of everything when our family are in these hospitals, which are slaughterhouses for us. They don't want to handle us if we don't have their insurance. And even when you have the insurance, if they see you living good in whatever, in young Black body parts, what? You can't tell me. And I always tell people, it's not that crackhead down the block who's fixing brakes on a cheap in his mama's driveway who's taking body parts. They have the facilities there in these hospitals. And just like we have the fast food joints that are the poison centers from the enemy so that we eat poison and end up in a hospital so they can give us more toxic synthetic things to take away the symptoms and not heal us. They never heal us. We're on a merry-go-round, y'all. And we don't even realize it. Then we go back to the Chinese, man, who got all kind of cats and all kind of stuff just because y'all eat that. We're not supposed to eat that stuff. That's dead stuff. So everybody's screwing us. Look, they running a train on us, y'all. This world is running a train on black people. Please, I hope you know what that means. They just taking turns, having their way with us, and they promising us, oh, do this to me, I love you. And we just arching our back and getting down on our knees, face down, booty up. And they getting it good. Asian jumping on us, Indian jumping on us, white folks jumping on us. Those who are mixed with our blood who call themselves Latino, they separate from us, but they slip over in the middle of the night and get some of that black booty too. They're running a train on us and we don't even know it. And we're watching their propaganda thinking that we are the world, we are the people. Kumbaya moment my behind. But yet and still we can't live next to them. Not that I want to. Yet and still they'll never stand up for us. But they sure can use us as the junkyard of the world when they need something.
Yeah.
Oh, we have an enemy, little nigger. We have an enemy, the Viet Cong. You better go on over there and represent your country. And we so much looking for validation, and they'll even take a break from a little bit of racism. Yes, we are Americans. And we're sitting here, yes, we finally made it. I'm patriotic. Yes, we know slavery happened, but it's a new day now, but it's only my black ass on the front line. Let the president go. Let the leaders go. Let your little protected kids go, but you're going to have foot problems and have a problem with my knee and my back. I can't serve. Or you better serve. Look, you got enough crackheads out in the hood who are serving white men in the front seat of their car with no eye, with no teeth. They serving though. Ain't nothing wrong with you white men and white leaders from going out and serving in your country that you benefit from. Send your send your kids first. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. And that's another thing. We gotta we don't really need them to govern us. We need to govern ourselves, especially when we don't need to be calling them the police too. Another thing is the only reason why it's so bad because it's people didn't grown to get to be scared of their own damn kids. It's check them. I remember when I was growing up, and I'm 30. I remember back in the day when I was probably 5, 6, 7 years old. If you do something, everybody in the neighborhood to get your ass. All the older people, all the old people be sitting outside on their phone with their phones. They got everybody on. Everybody had everybody's number. Everybody knew each other. We used to have block parties all the time. We can't have it no more. And it's
you couldn't come back to the block without getting your ass whipped. You did something wrong. No, you can't.
So somebody send you down the street, they gonna whip your ass.
Let me tell you something. It was a soul train of ass whipping. As soon as you hit that corner, a soul train. Yeah. People all over the world, and you got your ass from the corner until you ran inside, and then you got it later on.
Yep. You sure did, and you being watched like that. And so you figure out what you're supposed to be doing this correctly. You're going to be scared to even do something. I mean, that's the healthy type of fear. I mean,
Right.
It's necessary too.
That's right.
You're going to think before you do stuff when you know somebody watching, we don't got the eyes on each other no more. People, I go out and I talk to younger people. I talk to them. I'm bold. They know me around here. And the thing is, we always live in the same neighborhood, but you got these older people that want to sit up here, and you got these women, they want to compete with the younger girls. I don't get that. Be an older woman. Be respectful, And another thing is too, and with the guys too, they want to be like the younger guys. Why is the older people looking up to the younger people? They don't know. They still trying to figure it out.
Because they have nothing. They have nothing to offer. They have not been cultivated. Let me tell you something. There has been a massive war put on the black community all over the world, and especially here in America. It's called back in the 80s, the crack era. It wiped out. Think about it. How many of us? There's some here who have sold. There's some here who have used. And if you didn't use or sell, there was somebody in your family or a neighbor or somebody in your circle. It wiped out so many of us. And we ain't been right. Like I told a lady who was damn near 80 years old the other day, I said, listen, you probably have more friends from your high school days than I do. And I'm only 57.
Right.
And you got 23, almost 20, over 20 years. You know, come on. We need to go back to that. Just like Lieutenant Johnson on how the golden rules of raising children. She did not tolerate any foolishness from young. Too many of us are scared of what's out there, so we better give our kids what so we can be friends with them. Ain't no friends. This is life or death.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. I be telling people that shit so much. Like, that is not your friend. You are raising it to be an adult. Before you let them get their mind developed too far, by the time they about 5 or 6 or 7, they pretty much know who the hell they want to be.
Like that old song from Sylvester, we busting out, you are my friend. Ain't no friend.
Fuck no. That's why white people, they be friends with their kids. That's why their kids be in there turning their ass up and killing them over insurance money.
You said it at the same time. We on the same accord. That's right.
Right.
That's why you called me when I was ready. I knew this was divine. This is a good one.
Yeah.
You are my friend. Like, yeah, I'm gonna kill your ass for that insurance money. You are my friend. Hey, look, I talked to a dude. Remember, I used to work in the jails and different prisons and stuff. I talked to a little nerdy white boy who was probably 85 pounds and taller than me, which I'm not too tall. I'm only 5'10". And he was so ghoulish looking, white. And he would sleep all day long and all night long and only get up just to get meals. Crystal Clark, thank you so much. Thank you for the support. He would only get up. You have to shake him, wake him up. Hey, get up. And he wouldn't even move. And so one day he was up for a little longer than usual. And so I said, listen, man, come over here. Let me ask you something. I already knew what his charges were. So I was trying to be slick to get the real human story behind it. So he told me, he said, he was a juvenile now, right? He about maybe, I think he was like 14 or 15 years old, right?
Okay.
And this is real, man. They'll lock you up for real. He told me, my grandfather, I lived with my grandfather, and he would always come into the room at night, and my grandmother was always on heavy medication, so she never heard the screams. And he used to come into the room and make me suck his cock. It wasn't bad at first. I did it because I had nowhere to go. My parents were strung out on meth, but after a while he made me swallow. And I couldn't take, I'd hear him coming up the steps, and then he didn't want that anymore. He wanted to bend me over and do me from behind, and he put wigs on me and lipstick, and he just totally so one night he was coming for me, and I was ready for him, and I had a rifle. And I let him do what he did, and when he turned around to leave, I put the rifle and knocked him down and put the rifle in his mouth and blew his brains out. I'm like, yo,
That's what he did.
But what I'm saying is that this dude was messed up. So he was messed up to the point where, I'm going to say it, there were some young brothers in there who, muscular, strong, intelligent, some of them wanted to act like thuggish, whatever, because they were young, and I know they were affected by their upbringing and different things. But you know what disappointed me? When this guy who had money from some relative, his commissary was always full, his account, they give you the food in jail, but there are things that you can order. You can order a little junk food and tuna and a radio and little things, whatnot. He was always giving up stuff that he had, not just only the commissary and the cookies, and he had a whole lot of stuff. But these guys are not supposed to go into your cell. If you had a one-man cell or a two-man cell, only you were allowed in that cell. You had the day room. I had to keep running these guys out of that little white boy cell because he was still doing things with these black guys, young black teenagers. They were making him give them blowjobs. It was a joke to them. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man?
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's a dude. You know what I mean? I mean, and they ain't no ha-ha nothing. So you think this is all right? Let me tell you something. Before, it used to be where there was that one strange dude in the neighborhood who had the kerchief around his neck, and he had a friend come by, and you would never see them. They'd be inside the house or gone. You knew something was strange with them. You never questioned it, but it was like, okay, they're a little different. They didn't put their stuff out there. So now why is it so fashionable for a lot of these young young brothers, Linda Riley, thank you. We're going to keep it up. We're going to keep swinging. We're going to keep chopping at the tree. We ain't going to ask how many chops does it take to chop the tree down. We just going to keep chopping every damn day. Chop with me.
Right.
Let's knock
Chop
it down. So what I'm saying is like, why is it okay? Let me tell you something. Back in the day, I'll tell you, back in the early 70s, you know, me realizing how the world was, born in 63. So at 73, I was real smart. My parents in the neighborhood made sure of that. You couldn't even call a faggot because nobody wanted nothing to do with that word. The word. And you couldn't even call the one who was messing with men a faggot. He would fight. If he was effeminate, he will cut. You don't play that. That's my business and this is what I'm going to do. But now we have young black men who should be, even on a lust level, even if you're on a low vibration, have your penis pointed toward the sisters. But it's sport and play. And let me tell you something else about this too. And maybe it's too, I'm not going to say too nasty. I'm going to tell it, look, from this point on, we're going to always get down on this show. Right?
Yeah.
If it's an old church lady who has something to offer as far as her experiences back in the 1930s, I'm not going to be as raw. And she might say, well, you know, Jesus brought me through. I'm not going to knock her because she came up in that era. So take the good and leave the bad. But when it's Sister Keisha on, Sister Miko, Carrie Lux, whoever, we going to go deep. Right?
Right.
Let me tell you something that's going on in the world today. And I spoke about it before. You got a lot of white women out here who are like agents. And what do I mean by that? They are sent out into the world by their Satanist husbands, and they are practicing Satanists. They know there's something in the power of the black man and black woman. They know they got the black woman, but they're going after these black men, and these white women are going out in the street and picking up black men. I have spoken to enough who I know personally, and this has been going on for the longest time, but at this particular time where energy is very important in our melanin, our body parts, and I'm gonna say our sperm, this is what's going on out here. There are white women who are going out with their husbands. Hey, he looks like a good one over there. Go talk to him. And it don't take long for the low vibrational brothers to think he's going to have a good time because he's always wanted that white woman. If the old Spiegel ads didn't do it with the white ladies in the underwear, the porn did it, or just the total indoctrination into the European society. He always wanted that prize. And we have a lot of brothers out here talking pro-black, talking revolution. But send them a white woman. Hey, how you doing? Yes, I'll hold the door for you. Oh, you want to go out with me? Sure. I might have to tiptoe and go on the other side of town, but I'm dying to get to that white pussy. There's a lot of us, right? These white women are making sure to snatch your sperm. And these white men who are home waiting for them are going down there and ingesting what was put into that white woman's vagina. I'm sorry if I turned off your stomach, but these Satanists and these people who understand our power, when you have sexual relations, it's a transferal of power. And if you're low-minded, carnal, just looking for pleasure, you give up your energy. You give up your essence. These white men are freaks. And I'm not talking about the good kind of, hey, baby, let's get freaky tonight. Not that kind of freak. They are viruses. They are morphs. They are freaks. And they want to get your sperm in their mouth. I'm sorry to tell it. No, but I'm telling it. And anybody who hears this afterward, I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I experienced a lot. Yes. And years ago, and I'm going to shut up after this. It's an energy thing. And you wonder why spells are put on us using our so-called magic by them, but we give up something to make it work.
Yep.
Like the science fiction shows or Star Trek or Scotty, Scotty, the dilithium crystals, they're about to go. We can't keep up this force field any longer. We are the dilithium crystals that keeps the ship going. And if they can't have us on the front lines of their war, on a physical level, if they can't have us shackled to believing that they are the gods on a mental level, they're going to snatch our life seed, that potent life melanated seed, and ingest it and do all kind of spells with it. That's why you have this Pizzagate. That's why you have all these missing black girls and missing black boys. If they can't have us to sustain them on an energy level, on a level that we're not even thinking, but yet and still we're waiting for the white Jesus. And they're using sex to take us off, reduce their power if greatly, immediately. Stop it with them. Don't think you getting back at some white people because look at it. I got that white woman sucking on me. I'm getting back at her for how you getting back at her and she's snatching your energy and you're focusing on her like she doing something. If you're gonna mess around, you do your thing with your black sister. Even if you're both low vibrational, do it with them. Don't give it to the enemy. I'd rather spill it on the ground. And y'all know I'm telling the truth.
So true.
But nobody gonna talk. What? I've been approached many times, especially when I was doing bodybuilding. Hey, guy, my wife needs another boyfriend. You know what? And you get and they get somebody else to do the do. Hey, bro, you know, Lance, man, this happened to me, man. I was over there hitting this chick in front of her husband. You know what the husband did? When I was done, he went on down there and had a meal. I'm like, what?
Oh, God.
Look, in Central Florida, you'll shift it a little bit. In Central Florida, you have all of these church-like structures. You have all of these organizations that look to be Christian, look to be church. You got more of a concentration in Central Florida of occult type activity, not African spirituality. I'm talking about the occult, that white 666 omen where you hear the music and you know something about to happen and they get more of a sense of urgency and you look up and the steeple is flying down and goes between your eyes or something, you get your head chopped off. That kind of stuff. You see what I mean?
Yep.
And nobody understands it. You have a place here. Everybody, if you can, Google it. Cassadaga, Florida. I believe that it's spelled Cassadaga. Cassadaga. They make it seem like it's a small town. It's just right over Deltona and Cassadaga in Volusia County. Above Orange County, where Orlando is, you have Seminole County. And over Seminole, you have Volusia. And Cassadaga is a whole town that's a tourist spot for those who are into the occult. As a matter of fact, one of these days soon, I know Brother Kwaku is going to be on later on, and not too much later on, but I'm going to take a drive out there and show you. I'm going to drive in the car and just, maybe I'll make Mr. SCURV drive and I'll hold the camera and just drive through. I might even get out and talk to people and act like a tourist. I'm going to have to pick up a UK accent or something like that, or just say them from another part. But I'm going to ask them and talk. Oh, yes, we do tarot readings, and palm reading. But those people are actual Satanists. And they do all kind of rituals at night and day and different times. And you go on thinking Halloween is some old innocent type time. And we give energy to this because of our kids wanting to wear Spider-Man outfits and Incredible Hulk and all this. It's just simple. It's just the kids. No, it's not. You're focusing on that and they're taking that energy. Think of it as energy. And anything you do with them and their society, think to yourself, what am I giving energy to? What am I giving energy to? And why are they taking it so fast? And they want to act like they don't know what's going on. No, you're not getting that mentally, physically, or spiritually. Even in the orgies and the times that they have it. Like, Pearly Simpson, you said it, orgies. The sexual energy. I've been around the proximity of orgies. I've seen things jumping around that don't have no body. I've seen shape shifting go on right in front of me. That's why I'm so twisted. I don't really care to hold back anything. I'm gonna tell you, if you don't understand it or know it, and you say, well, I'm trying to believe this, you're going to know one day, you're like, damn, Lance was right. This might be playing 50 years from now somewhere. That old guy was right.
Yep.
There's a world that's there that we don't see, that our spiritual eye can only see. Don't let the two lenses fool you. That's what they do. They put something for you to see with your eyes and you believe what you see, but there's something behind that, y'all.
Yep.
Learn to use your spirit eye and see behind that. Their TV shows, their entertainment blogs, the fear they try to put it on you on the job. Why are you coming around me? There's nothing good about you. If somebody went to the barn and rolled around in horse dung, you ain't getting no hug from me. So why they want to come around and hug up on you? They don't love you. They want something from you. You see?
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm sorry, this is your show. Go ahead and talk, sister. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'm gonna urinate all over this white toilet bowl. Yes, I am. I'll be right back. Keep talking, sister.
Yeah, I mean, but that's true though. Like even me working on like a job site and whatnot, it's like they obsessed with like drawing penises in there and writing like BBC all over the place. It's like it's only maybe 2 Black people on this whole site out of what, probably maybe like 500 people. Like they are writing this type of stuff. They are obsessed with our sexual energy or whatnot. I can see that because they watch videos about BBC. They always bringing it up. And it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy. I don't get that type of stuff. It's nasty, it's perverted, but I don't try to dabble into it. But I'm definitely gonna look that up. What he was just talking about. I believe that. But with us brothers and sisters, we have to have like raw truth and raw energy with things because it's like we don't know how long we're gonna actually be able to have this. And if we don't get it now, we not gonna get it. And if it's what it takes for us to hurry, this how it's gonna have to come out. But we don't know how long we got with each other to be talking to each other freely. That's why I called in this morning. Let us understand the type of energy that we got, we hold, and it's like they robbing us of it, they stealing it from us. Like we are the very energy that make this whole world go round. I love all my Black people, like messed up or not, but I do believe one day we gonna all wake up and rise up and be better people and be more together with each other. And that's what it's gonna take to bring this down. You can feel it coming down. I can. It's gonna be it's a good time to be alive. Let me say that. Way beautiful time to be alive.
Don't get no better than this.
I don't know. That's all I had for you this morning. I'm about to feed my kids some breakfast or whatnot.
You know what? When I got up and went to the restaurant, I'm like, yo, I'm hungry. I got to eat something, right? No, but I just want to say to everybody, we're going to be back. Brother Kwaku has some special stuff to say. He feels it. He's in the spirit. You know, when he drops it, that's a wrap. That's a mic drop before he even talks. I'm going to record some things and I'm going to go out to the park and I'm going to go here. I'm going to have my camera with me and I'm strapped all the time, so we got lots of content to bring back. I'm very happy to be in a position that I am. I'm very happy to be able to do what I do and for you all to allow me to do what I do and the support that you bring. And I'm going to show you that it's all love. And anytime, Sister Keisha, you want to do something, I don't care if it's 3 a.m, 4 a.m, you ring. Now, I might be asleep now with the ringer down. So if I don't pick up for you, it's because of that. But any other time, I don't care where I am, what I'm doing, we going to do it. As long as I got my equipment and it's up to date and the programs are up and I can push some buttons, we're going to do it live. We're going to do it recorded. We're going to keep coming with a flurry, a never-ending flurry until the opponent falls down and gets knocked out each and every time. And, of course, today I was a little more animated. I feel good. And I said, okay, we have a little bit of the entertaining aspect in there because I'm a comedian too. But this is not fake. This is what I feel. This is not scripted. I didn't know I was going to be talking to you. I sat here, you know, not to be nasty, but it's like when you go, phew. That's in the nick of time. You know when your body decides to have diarrhea and you just got home, you're like, well, I'm glad I wasn't on that bus sitting up there for an hour. It would have been a disaster because I got white pants on now. You know what I mean? Everything was so divinely ordered in us talking. I sat down in the phone ring. I was like, hot dog. Then you told me I have some information to share and our energies matched.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. You're a beautiful woman, a beautiful sister. I love your spirit. I love your boldness. I love your rawness. And you are my family. And I love you. And I got your back. And I don't just mean that by talking it, Oh, that nigga lying. I said I need $50. He ain't give it to me. No, I got you on all levels. You know what I'm? If you need a place to stay, you bring your children. We're gonna have a good time. We need to think as far as a community worldwide. We're connected. You that person I know I can run to if I need something. I'm that person. We got to be that for each other. We still have to watch those who are in our circle who look like us because there's a lot of agents, but get into that level of spirituality where you can discern. The biggest thing, when I cut somebody off or I know they're not about it and they thought they had me fooled and they're like, how they know? That's that thing I got. There are people around me now who about to get cut maybe next month, 2 months from now, but they serve a purpose. I'm strategic with the bad boy. You know what I mean? But I love you. And I know everybody here loves you. Everybody in the chat room, just give us some love before we end the show. So when she goes back and looks at it, she can say, oh, they're showing me love. That's right. You know.
Yeah. It's love on this channel though, because it's like even though we talking to each other over the phone and people in the chat and everybody here, but it feels like we all right here together.
You can feel it for real. For real. That's why I love it so much. Yes, exactly. Like Landon Price just said, family reunion. Family reunion. And out of the 354 people right now that are on, I think it was up to like 443 people for a little while. They all ain't us. These niggers are binding together. They're getting together. We got to find a way to stop it. Complain to YouTube. Thumb it down.
You got too many niggas thinking at once. Right.
Now they're not afraid of 5G. We are 5G, damn it. You know what I mean?
Right.
We irradiate more than any man-made thing that they can do. As long as we take care of ourselves and have that state of mind, we get around, like I said, poof, there it is. Think them out of existence with that stuff. They got us believing in illusion.
Turn it on.
That's right. Not only did not only did they Jacques Cousteau us and study us, they scarecrowing us. We got to be like them crows hanging out on the scarecrow's arms, like, and the person that put the scare, man, they ain't scared of the scarecrow. What am I gonna do? They're gonna get my crops. You know what I mean? We got to be like that, for real. But sister, deal with your beautiful children, and know that we love you, and I'm here for you. And let's keep the punches going. Let's keep it going with every ounce of strength and breath. We shall do that.
All right, I love y'all too. Peace, family. Let's all stay together. I don't care if you're talking to anybody out in the street. Gather some information. Be kind to one another.
Yes.
You know, somebody might need it that day. People be out here. We still out here going through stuff.
That's
you know.
That's right. That's right.
Well, all right. I'm gonna be. Then we finna get outside and see, when it's sun pop out, we're gonna be waiting on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there too. That's right. That's right. The sun gonna wave to me and gonna say, "Hey, Keisha, how you doing? Lance is down there. I see him. You can't see him, but he's out in the sun too, right? Let's all get out in the sun and recharge because they don't want us to do that. Social distancing black people from the sun. We're the people of the sun. What are you, crazy? You gonna let an imposter, vampire, ghoul come tell you something? Something from in the caves? They can't take the sun? Let the sun burn. Amp it up 10 more degrees. Amp it up so much of a degree more to burn them out. We'll be right here. We'll be even more powerful. We are the 5G, y'all. We ain't got to be scared about something. Look, let's burn them towers down by radiating even more, right? Let's do that.
Yeah.
Go do your thing, sister. I'll keep you on here.
Yep.
Your kids will be mad. Mommy, I'm hungry. See you talking to that crazy man all day.
all right, brother.
Okay. Much love, sister. We'll talk. Peace.
My Lord is I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. Out of rhythm. My Lord is I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. Out of rhythm. My Lord is I lost my love. Lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. Out of rhythm. My Lord is I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. lost my love.
Like I always like to say one more time, I got to string this together to go like 4 times longer. I know you'll love it. Here we go again.
My notice, I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I my notice, I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I my notice, I lost my love. Lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. My notice, I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. My notice, I lost my love.
Remember, we got Brother Kwaku coming on later on. I can't tell you the exact time, but I'll make sure to put them alerts out. We can't depend on the notifications of YouTube. So in order to get it, I want you to go to LANCESCURV on Facebook, the Facebook LANCESCURV page. I have a personal page, LANCESCURVing, not that one. We want to get you to the page where you can like it, the like page, like the page and follow it so that when we go live, you'll get a notification from Facebook, because YouTube is getting mad at me for talking the way I do and the kind of way we vibe. They might come after me, but you know what? We're going to run this thing down his throat until the last day possible. All right? So Brother Kwaku's going to be on. We don't know exactly what time, but we're going to get down. It's going to be something nice and long. We're going to have it interactive. You know what I mean? So we're going to do that. We have a lot of content coming. I'm going to get up, wash up, get something to eat, and we're going to come out swinging for the second round. Facebook, LANCESCURV.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's in fear, though.
That's what I'm saying. So it's strictly a place of fear that we're operating from. And the fact is that we're not going to get out of that place. And even sometimes when I speak and some people will look at me and say, man, you got to be careful of what you say. And I tell people, please do not tell me to be careful in what I have to say. I am not afraid to speak. I am not afraid because, look, I am here to do work. The fact is that when I go to my job, I don't just stand there and look at my job and hoping that it get done in some other way. So the job that I'm here to do, I am doing. I don't want anybody to sit and say, oh man, I'm worried about this. Don't worry about me. I don't want people to go around and worry, when is white supremacy going to get him? These are the things that they want you to think. These are the places that they want to put you in.
Paralyzes.
You see what I'm saying is, that's why we don't do nothing. We see our sisters being beaten down in the street as a strong black man, and we stand here and we look, and all we can do is take up our phone and videotape it. And what happened after that? You see what I'm saying? We see these things, and yet we are paralyzed by them. But the fact is that here's where the danger comes in. The danger comes in because I will look at you, okay? Give you a scenario. Here's a white guy over here. He's got a lot of food, even food that he's just wasting. And you have a gun, but you ain't going over there to rob him. But here is it that me or you who live right next to him, who hardly can find enough to eat and feed the family, that's who he's coming to kill. So what does that say to you now? You see, this is so much self-hate. It is so much self-hate that is within you or me that is going to destroy the other person who look like you or me. And the food, all the food is over there. But you won't cross cross that line to go and get the food that you need, you're gonna cross the line to take away what this other person hardly even have. Because you hate yourself so much that you figure if you destroy yourself, then it's good for the, you know, I don't have to worry about this God that's living over there, because the God ain't gonna give me no food, and if you don't volunteer to give me no food, I'm not gonna go over there to take it. That's what I'm saying. So that's the place that we live. That's the place that we live. And so we have to stop feeding into this narrative where we are living in such fear that when a brother starts to speak truth to power, we're ready to say, oh man, hush, hush, hush. I don't want the prisoner to come in and get you next, or to get me, so be quiet, you know, see, just don't say anything, be careful what you say. And that's where we live. That's a very dangerous place to live. It is. But the fact is that we can't see that because we're so caught up. We're so caught up, and we're hoping that we just wake up one day and everything magically change. And that is the thing where all of our people, a great deal of our people, is waiting for this magical person to come out of the sky and fix everything for them. That's what I'm saying. It is no magical person that is going to fix it for you. When you have a problem in your house, you must be the one to fix it. You see, what I'm saying is, I'm dealing from a place of logic. I'm not dealing from a place of imagination. Because a lot of us, we're dealing from a place of imagination. And that's where the problem comes in.
Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition, stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion? Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years that we're living, for us there's nothing but hell, pain, torture, and misgiving. Yet the Bible speaks of a heaven filled with material luxury, which the white man and the preacher has right here, so we see. So my friend, take it for what it's worth. Your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth. So let's check back into history, which rewards all research and tells us plainly that before the white man gained entry to the East, he was living in the caves of Europe, a ravenous beast, eating juniper roots and eating flesh raw, till God sent Moses to civilize him and teach him the law. Then following Marco Polo, an explorer, he gained entry into Asia and Africa. From China, he took silk and gunpowder. From India, he took jute, manganese, and rubber. He raped Africa of her diamonds and her gold. From the Mideast, he took barrels of oil untold, raping, robbing, and murdering everything in his path. The whole black world has tasted of the white man's wrath. So, my friend, it's not hard to tell. A white man's heaven is a black man's hell. came to America, we were living in the east. By the Nile River, we were living in luxury, enjoying freedom, justice, and equality. We wore silken robes and slippers of gold. We were the wealthiest and the wisest people, I'm told. Now we are the poorest of the poor. Nobody wants us at their door. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. When the white man came to America, he told the Indian, I am your white brother. He said, red man, I'll treat you the best. Yet and still he pushed the Indian further west with his white woman and fire water. Tricks and lies, he stole America. The original owner of this nation is cooped up on a reservation. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. He needed someone to work the land. His back was too weak. He needed you, black man, so he commissioned Sir John Hawkins to commit the world's most grievous sin, to take a man who's born to be free and bring him down to slavery, to sell a man as merchandise, on his body put a price. Oh, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is a black man hell.